And okay, there we go. I probably want to turn the sound down a little bit. That's good. Okay, back in I go. Truth and lies. Oh, truth and lies. Okay, where am I? I'm at Surat's place.
The guy you want to deal with is over there. The guy you don't want to deal with is standing in front of you.
Take a look. I'm a friend of Greg Thorpe.
Um, hmm.
Done. No. You are ready.
Okay. Um, why is that assigned F4?
Jensen? Oh, Christ.
Brent Radford.
In the flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No. No time. They could be back. Any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers. I ain't talking without something to kill the pain, asshole.
I'll be back.
Makes sense. Okay. I would just take that and leave.
Did you find the kid? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Sarif. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me.
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals. I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches, they're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I put it all... I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop. You need to stop them. Fuck. You, robot. This is all your fault. Give me another shot. Morphine. Or go fuck yourself.
Is this really the best idea?
Focus, Radford.
Ah, that hit the spot. I think I could get used to this stuff. Hey, I'm feeling a little more talkative. Already. Robot.
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit in the alley, next to the bank, near the police department. That's where the suits are headed. I tried. Didn't give them anything. There's a safe. It has what you want. It'll get you to her. It'll lead you to her. To Michelle. The safe. They don't have the right combination. 4062. Remember.
Is there anything you can give me to help?
Take whatever you want. From here or the storage unit. There's a weapons cache. And some money. There.
Why did Sarif stop the investigation? You said he was spooked. What spooked him?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Hell, even I don't. I still don't believe it. You believe in ghosts, Jensen?
Sarif was spooked by ghosts.
Close enough. Illuminati. Conspiracies, theories, it's all bullshit. But you stink of it, Jensen. Enough to have your boss, one of the most powerful men in the world, look away. You're a ghost. A fucking tragedy. Everything you touch, everything that touches you, dies.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me, do robots believe? Do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? You know, your soul, when they built you? Tell me, what was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her before they do. You owe her that much.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that, British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray. They were in a hurry. 4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance. Maybe that metal corpse you call a body will do better than mine did.
What were they looking for?
You, robot. They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
I'm leaving, but I'll call in an ambulance. You'll be okay.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
It can save your life.
No, you lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
No matter what I do, this isn't going to be very. This isn't going to be a very popular choice, but
I understand. But technology, it's different now. It can help you. You could still live a normal life.
A normal life? What would you know about a normal life? Did technology really help you, Jensen? I think it made you a monster. Sarif didn't give you your life back. He just made you better at taking it away from others.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right.
It can...
No, you...
nah.
I understand. But
A normal life?
is this what...
There's a bear? Pope in the woods? Shit. I fucked that one up. Listen, Robot. If I could do it myself, I would. I got no family left. No one left to mourn. It's for the best. I ain't gonna be no burden on society.
Last chance, Brent.
Just fucking do it.
Game.
It'll be quick.
I know. You did a good thing. Here,
The ones that did this. I'll find them.
look at you. An iron giant with a heart of gold. But don't do it for me. Do it for her. For Michelle. You owe her your life.
Lease update. I'm contacting you in regards to your storage unit C509 in order to remind you of the upcoming lease renewal payment. You recently inquired about pre-approved credit plans, and we would like to follow up on some accounting matters. Please respond at your nearest convenience so we may discuss your options further. Regards, Stanley D. Rudolph. Dang. I was almost about to punch the wall off habit. Is there anything different here? This is locked again. Either that or I just never hacked it. If I remember correctly, didn't one of these guys sleep with like a pistol under his pillow? Okay. I didn't mean to use a stop program there. That's my bad.
Access granted.
I got another nuke. Yeah. Sorry, give me a second. A friend of mine tried to message me. Okay.
Pritchard, I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He didn't make it. There was nothing I could do.
Right. I'll call it in. You have a new lead, at least?
Yeah, I'm on my way there now. I'll contact you when I have more.
Oh, that's a question. How much inventory space do I have left? A lot. Well, I don't have a lot, but I have enough. 12 slots left.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray is landing tonight. We're
Okay. I used the last of my gas grenades.
Listen, believe me.
That could have gone better. Sleep tight. I don't want to kill a police officer if I don't have to. Did I have Praxis left? I didn't. Bradford. I don't think I was able to get his login, unfortunately. Travel itinerary. Four, 0, 6, 2. Five revolver ammo. Actually, I've heard enough. There's more here that I didn't find. Screw ladders. Okay. I don't think I went into this building before I went out to the FEMA base. At least I don't think I did. I might have.
Access granted.
Oops. 43 credits. Marley. Don't know if I know it, Marley. I remember there was an O'Malley.
Access granted.
Oh well. Okay. They broke any of your stuff. Methinks this was a waste of time. Oh well.
Did I leave my door open? Wait, you're not from Rolling Mills. You're too handsome to be from Rolling Mills.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No, no. You much too old to be him. You must be from Rolling Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Yes, lovely gentleman. He still has my photos of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Miss Walters, can you tell me about the boy in those photos?
The boy in those photos? Adam. Tragic, really, what happened to his parents. His real parents.
His real parents?
They died in that fire. Horrible, really. I was there. At least those other cribs were empty. I only had to save Adam.
Mrs. Walters, I really need you to focus. What are you talking about?
Why, I already told that nice detective all this already. About the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire. So they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why? From the conspiracy, of course. But I've said too much. would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering...
Well,
Thank you for your...
oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
I'll make sure he gets it.
Thank you, dear. Why, he must be 12 or 13 by now. Make sure he gets something nice.
Oh.
Oh, hello, dear. Is it dinner time already?
I am a jerk. Oh well. They didn't put anything in here, so...
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's... family. But she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarif. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
The things I forget when I haven't played a game in a while.
Move it along, sir. Do not stay in the streets.
Oh, jeez.
Keep your distance, sir.
They're robbing us of our rights every day.
Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I can go back to the police department. For what reason? That is a good question. I don't know, so much of this place has already been kind of changed, so maybe I can still get to the police department. I hope. Oh, the guy's done talking.
Who was it that sent you? DuPont? Rothschild? They can shut me up, but the truth always surfaces.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should get rid of this revolver ammo. Or wait, is the precinct on lockdown?
You stay right there until the wagon gets here.
Jensen, hope you're not here to visit some old friends. The precinct's been shut down indefinitely. Something about misplaced evidence. About time IA investigates this precinct anyway. Stay away from Seraph Plaza. That's ground zero for this riot.
Wait, so I can't go in there, or?
It's just embarrassing, really. I wouldn't loiter around here if I were you.
Hey, anybody ever tell you it's rude to eavesdrop?
It's just embarrassing, really. Like anyone can walk into the precinct and take whatever they want.
I know. What if this wasn't the first time? Some gang leader out here could have profiles of every cop on the force. They may even know where we live.
As long as the media doesn't get hold of us. If they do, we're gonna get reamed in public by the mayor. You know how much the commission loves that.
We already got the feds in there, looking at us and shaking their heads like we're a bunch of naughty children.
I'm sitting here, just me and my techie Steve and a sweaty, clammy, claustrophobic fan.
I'm waiting for the slap to be like, hey, you can't be here. Wham. Oh, that's the vent cover right there. Okay, so no, the precinct is now just straight up can't go in there anymore. Good to know. Excuse me, officer. As soon as I can drop down there. Oh, whoop. That's the wrong one. Wait, what? That's weird. Okay, I just got a message from my mom that I should have gotten, that I did see way earlier today that I'm just barely getting now. That is weird. Mr. Winchester, cold cases. Sewer entrance near the morgue. Oh, what's this? Oh, well, that would have been good to know a little while ago. Well, the electrified water is electrified again. I wonder if the precinct wouldn't have been shut down if I was just completely stealthy and would have only talked to the morgue dude. Did they find the guy in the vent? Probably, most likely. Pistol ammo, alright. And machine pistol. I don't know. Eventually I should just do playthroughs of this game just using strictly other weapons or strictly trying not to kill anyone. Well, that's a familiar place. Yeah, I'm full on. I have a lot of shotgun ammo. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to use a lot of that at some point. Okay, let's go talk to the gas station man, and then we'll go do the things. What I mainly want the heavy rifle for is largely just a thing that'll happen later in the game. The way I get into the building is classy. I do.
What'll it be?
Yes. Okay. You're gonna take the shotgun off me. You're a good-looking man who I think likes good-looking things. So, mine template EMP. Take all the software off of you. I didn't realize that I didn't do that last time.
See you soon.
Was there more of the software stuff back at Surat? I think there was. Let me go check. Hey, Surat. I'll take the gas grenade just in case. No, I don't think he had more consumables. Oh well. Okay, so enjoy whatever it is you enjoy, typically. For now, I've wasted enough time. Let's go do the thing. Yay! I hit my head.
What do you think of this super soldier thing? Did you see the footage?
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, maybe. I mean, potentially.
I don't pay much attention to protests like that.
We've got some serious police brutality going on here.
I mean, I don't think that's as much police brutality as, you know, civilian vandalism. Just kind of generally my opinion. I like the robots. I like the robots. No, I never got a key code for that. There might actually be something in there worth this time, but I don't know. William Taggart.
Jensen, you might want to get off the streets. It's not safe for anyone.
Dude, it's not safe for anyone. Do you know who I am? Easy.
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
He's on stage now. His protection is deep. Only those with VIP passes can get by the guards.
We'll just stay here. Make sure none of those hooligans try to sneak in the back door.
Oh, wasn't there a guy that was supposed to come talk to me? I remember there being like side quests with dude who was like, man, stuff's about to go down.
Third time this escalator has broken down this week.
You think they would actually work and not just sit there looking damn.
Tell me about it. Now with all the damage out there, I doubt we're gonna see any increase in funding anytime soon.
Looks like the only thing escalating are those damn riots. This whole
Oh, jeez.
Don't go looking to start trouble in here. Security's very tight for Mr. Taggart's visit.
Okay,
Cost letters posted.
Yeah. Backstage area is completely blocked off. Even the janitor can't get back there now.
What about the air vents?
You're kidding, right? Have you seen the size of those vents? Do you expect a contortionist or midget is going to try to assassinate Taggart?
Don't get smart.
Watch it, sir. There are guards everywhere. Any attempt on Mr. Taggart will be met with deadly force.
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. As a world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Sarif Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Serif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Sarif scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Sarif Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first, due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second, as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Sarif and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years. But that's not why I'm here. Sarif scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
You're right, it's not enough to get a conviction. But it's enough for a search warrant. That's all I want, Taggart. Why are you standing in the way?
I'm not. I'm trying to protect... Look, Mr. Jensen. I know why you came here instead of taking your recording to the police. I know the real reason for your accusations, and you're not entirely to blame for what you're doing. It is common, after trauma such as the one you suffered, to fixate on the event, to stay blocked in the past. In a word, you're obsessed.
You're right. Picking up my life after that surgery was the hardest thing I've ever done. Hell, first time I saw myself in a mirror, I smashed the damn thing. But I've gotten past it, because I know that what I need to do to make things right is help the other victims of that attack.
Well, you may have a point. Perhaps. As you know, I was a practicing psychologist before I devoted my life to ending the threat of augmentation. And I've seen this kind of behavior before. You're confused. You consider me your enemy, and you think the only way you can regain control is to defeat me in some way. You're wrong, Fred.
Trying to think. I'm probably gonna get this wrong no matter what, so I'm almost ready to go revert back to that save.
Mr. Jensen?
I don't have to make you my enemy, Taggart. Your actions speak for themselves. You started the anti-augmentation movement, and now anti-augmentation terrorist groups are making headlines every day. You always say Humanity Front isn't violent. But look outside. We're seeing proof that it is.
Mr. Jensen, the only one seeing proof of Humanity Front's involvement in attacks on Seraph Industries is you. My life has been an open book since I created Humanity Front. I could have sought the death penalty after an augmentation addict murdered my wife, but I didn't. Because I am passionately opposed to violence, as is every member of Humanity Front. I say again, every member. Your claim to the contrary is a lie.
What happened to your wife was tragic. But what's happening to Seraph scientists is going on right now, and you have a chance to do something about it. You have nothing to lose if Sandoval's innocent. And if he isn't, you can preserve your reputation by helping me. Why won't you do that?
Because I have given you every opportunity to explain yourself rationally, and you have consistently failed to do so. You refuse to be reasonable. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Clearly, Mr. Jensen wants to make it impossible for us to do what we had planned today. I'm going to retire briefly, and once Mr. Jensen has left, we can continue. Thank you.
And I failed. I always get these screwed up every time.
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. The world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Seraph Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Seraph's team must not make it to the hearing.
Oh.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Seraph scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Seraph Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first, due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second, as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Seraph and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years. But that's not why I'm here. Seraph scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
Don't try and make me look like the crook here. Seraph Industries was attacked 6 months ago. You can't deny that. And your people were involved.
I've already publicly disavowed those actions, Mr. Jensen. How does that attack relate to the authenticity of this alleged proof of yours? Take your recording to the police. They will tell you it doesn't prove anything. You choose to believe otherwise because you yourself were caught off guard in that attack 6 months ago. Obviously, you have unresolved issues. What's it going to take for you to get over them and move on?
I can worry about myself later. What's really important now is the 5 innocent people whose lives were stolen from them during that attack. Sandoval knows where they are. Now, where is he?
I want to help you, but I do have to draw a line. If you could see your situation clearly, you would realize you're being driven by your losses. Your actions are motivated by an attempt to regain a sense of control at my expense. You're turning me into your enemy when I'm not.
I don't have to make you my enemy, Taggart. Your actions speak for themselves. You started the anti-augmentation movement, and now anti-augmentation terrorist groups are making headlines every day. You always say Humanity Front isn't violent. But look outside. We're seeing proof that it is.
The violence is a terrible thing. I do not advocate it, but nor can I deny it exists. I founded Humanity Front to prevent others from suffering the way I suffered after an augmentation addict murdered my wife. I did it to reduce the amount of violence in this world, but you cannot understand such an approach. That's why you falsely claim my people are involved in terrorist acts. You're mistaken and you're lying.
I know about your wife's murder, Mr. Taggart, and how it led you to start Humanity Front. I've lost someone close to me too, but I have a chance to get her back. If Sandoval is involved in Megan's abduction in any way, he dishonored your wife's memory. For her sake, and for the sake of my people, I need to know where he is.
All right, Mr. Jensen. You're right. For Marjorie's sake, I can't risk tainting the integrity of what I built in her name. I'll help you find Isaiah, and I pray that you are wrong about him. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more. If you will all please remain patient, I will return as soon as I can. Thank you. Mr. Jensen, I'll see you backstage.
That's what I wanted to hear. Excellent. Okay. Trying to think. What could I take here? Huh. I guess I could start in the recoil compensation. I guess now that I think about it, I might need that in the coming future. Oh, I could break into the room if I really want to. No, I'm not gonna. Okay. I suppose that was to be like the slow and steady kind of stealthy path.
Teams of augmented super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Zhao Yunru, CEO of the Taiyang Medical Corporation, commented on it. I want the world to
They have beer in here.
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now, where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarah's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaias not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaias has done so much for so many needy people. People suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaias.
I understand, but please try.
Have not and never will condone these experiments.
You got a problem, Og?
Jeez, Og is such a negative word. Don't you know I'm people too? Granted, normal people can't survive a fall like that, so...
Backward mentalities. This UN resolution he wants passed is persecution, plain and simple.
Agreed. He loves to claim over and over again what a peaceful organization Humanity Front is. But just look outside. In a non-direct way.
Bill is really changing the world.
Okay, so that was the first time I actually screwed up a conversation piece.
Come on! Jensen? I almost didn't recognize you. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what are the chances? Do you remember me? I was a rookie when you still rolled in SWAT.
Nikki. Of course I remember you. How you been? The brass got you on ride control too?
Yeah, I am. Or I was until... Damn it. Look, something big is going down, and I'm kind of freaking out here. You remember that MCBer, Jacob White? You busted him a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember him. Assault and possession. He's still running rackets?
No, I mean, yeah, shit, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because he's moved on to bigger things.
Nikki, slow down.
Listen, hear me out. I just got word he has his hands on some real military-grade explosives. The prick's got a fucking bomb, Adam. And you know how much he hates the PD. He's going to hit us while we have our pants down with the riots. You gotta help us out here.
Nikki, I'm kind of busy. If he's got a bomb, just call it in and follow procedure.
What do you think I've been doing? I've been on the horn all night, and my CO already sent a patrol over to Jacob's house. We've got a warrant, so they searched the place, but nothing came up, not even Jacob. Now they're saying my CI is probably full of shit and just fucking with me. Bullshit! Jacob's using the riots as cover, and he's going to hit us, and hit us hard. Adam, I need you to trust me on this. You gotta help me find Jacob.
I have to admit, Nikki, I'm having a hard time believing White could come up with something like this. He can barely tie his own shoelaces without tripping all over himself.
That was then. This is now. After his last stint in Standish, he got bug-eyed crazy. Started talking about how the gang war and Derelict Row was all part of a government plot, and it's time he did something about it.
I remember him saying that augmented kid we took down last year was a cover-up.
Exactly. And he's been railing against Wayne Haas, the PD, and anyone else involved in that ever since. I'm telling you, Adam, he's been getting more and more violent. Now he's got explosives, and we've got a giant bullseye painted on our ass.
So why is it nobody trusts your source?
He used to run with White's old crew, but he's a 3-strike perk facing a dime on some damn parole violation. He's trying to cop a deal, so nobody trusts him. Thing is, I know he's reliable. He hasn't bullshitted me yet, and I don't think he's doing it now.
How did White even manage to get his hands on explosives?
My source says he got the bomb materials from some government stash out in Highland Park. It's all I know so far. But it all fits. He was last seen ranting at a rally about shattering the foundation of the hypocrisy or some bullshit like that. You know, quoting Che Guevara and talking about violent revolution.
Did he have the shirt, too?
What? Anyway, he practically named the date and time of this reckoning. And it's tonight. It has to be.
What is it exactly that you need me to do?
You mean you'll help me out? Really?
I didn't say that. Assuming I did agree to help, what would you need me to do exactly?
Oh. Well, based on Jacob's history and his new political agenda, I can almost guarantee he's going after cops. I've warned everyone working street detail and anyone else who'd listen to keep an eye out. But with half the force tied up with the protests and rioting, I can't get the manpower for a proper search. I need you to check a few spots my CI thinks Jacob could be at, and take care of the threat if you can. Even if you find nothing, great. It put my mind at ease, at least.
Fine, I'll help. Let's go over what we know. Just the facts.
What we know? Just the facts? What we know is he's certified batshit crazy, hates cops, quotes Che Guevara, and got his hands on military-grade explosives. What more do you need to know? Oh, Christ, man. I've got nobody to help me, and I can't even breathe. How am I supposed to find this guy? The bomb could be right under us, right now!
Slap.
Nikki, relax. Keep it together.
I'm trying, Adam. I don't think I'm cut out for this kind of stuff. People could die. We could die.
Just focus, okay? We know that White hates cops, so his first target is probably gonna be the precinct or somewhere nearby. Make sense?
Yeah, okay. But it could be anywhere. He wouldn't risk going to the precinct. Too many people would recognize him. That leaves the transit station, the sewers, and the alleys around the precinct. Look, I need to stay here and report any leads to my CO. Can you check those locations for Jacob? Or his bomb?
No problem. Anything else you can give me?
I don't know. You remember what White looks like, right? Tall, Caucasian, skinhead? He's not the quietest guy, so you'll probably hear him before you see him.
Yeah, a real philosopher king. I remember.
Yeah, so if you just keep your eyes and ears open, I'm sure you'll find him. Also, I heard he's had some major augmentation work done. I'd be extra careful around him. I think the White we used to know has been replaced with something much worse.
Got it.
I know it's a long shot, but I'm hoping we get backup to expand the search. In the meantime, we can check those areas, and who knows, maybe we'll catch a break. Oh, and Jensen, please don't turn him into a martyr. I'd prefer him breathing.
Well, he doesn't have much to worry about. I usually like letting people off the... Well, this isn't gonna sound good no matter what I say. I prefer... Yeah, it's not gonna sound good no matter what I say, so I'm just gonna shut up. Kind of find it funny how like blocky the world shotgun looks. Maybe that was done on purpose. I keep thinking I'm playing like a Half-Life or something where it's like, oh, crouch to hold control to crouch instead of press C2. What's in there? Hey, there's your bar. Alright. Anything up here? Anything back here? No.
I blame Bill Taggart and his crew, stirring up all sorts of emotions.
Sorry, but we've diverted all the trams. There are no more coming to this station. But how am I supposed to get home? Best thing to do is get outside the downtown area and catch a tram there.
But it's dangerous out there. The rioters are breaking windows and looting.
Can you at least tell us what lines are operating so we know what station to go to?
I'll try to find out for you.
They tripped me from behind and stripped me of my purse.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, but they refused to stick around to wait for you guys. They were scared for their safety. Maybe if you had come sooner.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but most of the squad has been assigned to subdue the rioters.
It seems like all I'm hearing from police these days are sorries.
Do you have anything else to report, ma'am?
No, thank you. I'm fine. I'm gonna wait for my sister to come pick me up. Meanwhile, I'll lament about the end of the civilized world as we know it.
Also, I knew exactly where to find this guy, Jacobs. I just wanted to go to the other place to see what they had to say. Hello. How'd that get there? Well, no complaints. I won't say no to free stuff. If there's anything a friend of mine has taught me, it's you don't say no to free stuff. Oh, jeez. Ow. How the heck are you supposed to sneak up on those things? Turret. Oh, he's alarmed. I can't do anything about the turrets, but if he goes over to where I dropped the crate, I can knock him out that way. Hi. Okay. I'm gonna chill out for a second and let my energy refill so I can turn that turret the other way. Meanwhile, I can look at this pocket secretary. Alright, so to all smash the state .debt. I mean, I could either just turn invisible and sneak around, or I can just wait for the turret to look the other way. Here, turret, I'm gonna need you to look at the wall. Just watch the wall. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. The bomb. I don't think I got a code that I could hack it with. Oh boy. I don't have a code. Yowza. Jay White. Disable. Oh wow, he has had major work done. Okay, let's deactivate the bomb. Oh no, it's auto deactivated.
Stream you through and answer your questions as best we can, but don't get your panties in a bunch if you get hung up on. If we detect even the slightest suspicious fluctuation in signal, we have to shut you down. The World Order and their team of expert hackers could be trying to track us, and that's why we have to create a covert host site for every new stream and then shut it down immediately once the call's over. I'm sitting here, just me and my techie Steve in a sweaty, clammy, claustrophobic van, tossing digipads out in the trash left and right in order to bring you this show via satellite. But I'm good with it. I'm good with it because I understand the reality of living in a slave state. You can bet they'll keep trying to shut us down, but I won't stop, followers. I will not stop until there is a full-scale revolt in progress. You hear what I'm saying, people? You okay, Steve? Good.
One of those news sites. Well, I guess not so much site as radio show, but is that a thing, satellite radio? I forget. I don't think it's a thing. I know there are like satellite radios that you can get basically contact anyone over radio. I think it's what satellite radio is.
I thought the police overreacted.
Yeah. As soon as that one guy threw the rock, the cops broke their perimeter and charged in.
Why didn't they just send a couple of guys to find the culprit instead of plowing through the crowd?
That's what I was thinking. It just made the situation worse.
No. If there's anything I've learned, it's that anything can be solved over shouting and lots of bullets. Lots and lots of bullets. Man, I'm still so hyped for a game that's coming out sometime later next month. Not in February, but in March.
I really appreciate you helping us out, Adam, but we're running out of time. We gotta find White before he blows something up.
We're in the clear. I left White unconscious in the sewers under the precinct.
Thank God. The chief finally took me seriously and is sending some men to help out. We'll take it from here.
Great. Anything else?
Oh, and it isn't much, but take this. The cops have a Deadpool going. I don't like it, but you take down a cop killer and you get a bounty, that sort of thing. I usually reserve this to pay off our CIs, but I think you earned it. I threw in a little something extra for bringing him in alive. It's good to know you're still one of the good guys, Jensen.
By the way, Nikki, White's bomb wasn't even explosive. It was a gas bomb. I managed to disable it, but you might want to get a disposal team down there to do a proper sweep and clean.
Ah, shit! I totally forgot about that. I'll get EOD on it right away. Last thing we need are more casualties. Man, I'm sure glad I bumped into you tonight. You're gonna have to let me buy you a pint down at Maggie's sometime. If I hang around you long enough, maybe some of that famous Jensen swagger will rub off on me.
Yeah, we'll do that sometime. Take care of yourself, Nikki.
Nora 92 to Central. Come in, Central. Over.
Nora 92, this is Central. Over.
That code 10 I called in earlier. It's actually gas ordnance. We need EOD down there for cleanup, stat. Tell first response to keep their hands off, and we should quarantine the block just to be sure. Over.
10-4, Nora 92. Thanks for the heads up. Stand by for updates. Central out.
I got a silencer for that. I can't combine it with anything, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, I actually will be able to get all that, I actually will be able to get the last recoil compensation thing before I actually move on to the next thing. That's pretty sweet. Also still hoping for the best for my my buddy. I have a friend who's starting a trucking job, so he won't be around that much to hang out. But when he is around to hang out, hoo boy. Have some stuff I definitely want to do next time he's in town. Epic Spell Wars, Dark Souls board game, maybe, potentially. Maybe even another run at Betrayal Baldur's Gate, but for now I can't say anything for certain. I will say while he's in town, don't expect me to be going live every day he's here. We do eventually want to do a stream of
Yo, mind your own business, man. Come on, brother, let me go. Resisting arrest and serious charge.
Anyway, while he's in town, we definitely want to stream. He definitely wants me to stream a Call of Duty game we've been playing while he's here.
Hey, listen, about earlier, I'm sorry I was steamed, you know?
Some things I definitely want to do in the future. Is there anything more in here? No. I guess my dog's going at it again. Okay. That's the main thing I wanted to check on while I was here. Maybe I should drop by the Limit Clinic and get some of the Pro Energy stuff they have there. I should be able to hold most of it. Okay. Huh, now that I think about it, did I ever go back in here? I think I did. Kind of reminds me of my days working for a gas station. There was a spite where a company where we get most of the stuff we sell in the store. There was a small spite where, as they were at stops.
Fuck them cops, man.
Yeah, they can't tell us to get off the streets. We always block as much as they.
They must have locked them all over.
But there was a spate where some hooligans would go up and loot the trucks of the semi trailers that they were hauling. They'd run up and loot those while they were at stops, and that resulted in several places having to like start locking down the truck. Keep that from happening. I don't think I was here before. This door open, so I might have been here. Man, that was so long ago. It looks like someone came here and cleaned out the place. Ah, fire.
He was being peaceful, man. You sure you close it? Someone over there.
Both armed with revolvers? What were they thinking they were gonna get away with? A sheriff detail. That reminds me, I need to get this.
Show yourself.
Ezekiel?
You know I'm going to find you.
Transportation mine, tranquilizer darts, credits. Not a whole lot here. What?
Pritchard, looks like Sandoval's got a secret bunker. I'm gonna flush him out.
What's back here?
Let's hope he's still there.
This is the spot, man.
Oh. Okay, well. Let's finish the thingy thing. Let's finish this. There we go. Cloaking system fully upgraded. Hi. Hi. Maybe I shouldn't bother with taking the... Maybe I shouldn't bother with taking shotgun ammo that much anymore. Because, like, I have lots of it. I have almost 200 shots. Sniper rifle ammo. That's where I'd be dropped down into. Oh, crap. Hi. Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh. Dang. The alarm's already going off, so I don't need to worry about the lasers. Still have so much shotgun ammo, holy crap. Okay. The save, holy crap. From the 5th.
And this is why I urge every member of my staff, every man and woman dedicated to the true mission of the Humanity Front, to do the same. Isaias, if you're watching this, I beg you, do not allow misplaced anger to destroy everything we have struggled to achieve.
It's over. He knows I can't come back from that.
Everybody knows, Sandoval. You can't hide from what you've done.
What I've done, Mr. Jensen. I spent years patching people back together from augmentation botch jobs and systemic organ rejection brought on by implants. And now, because of Bill's betrayal, I'll never practice medicine again.
You really want to help someone? Tell me where Sarif's scientists are.
I wish I could, Mr. Jensen. But my involvement ended right after I failed to remove their GPLs.
You failed?
Turns out, my surgical skills weren't good enough to bypass David Sarif's insurance policy. So for all I know, those little implants are broadcasting right now. On a frequency so low your network specialist wouldn't think to look for it.
You changed the frequencies.
You have your answers, Mr. Jensen. And I've lost all of mine. The courts may think I have much to atone for, but my court will be a higher one.
Oh no. I won't let that happen.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
So tell your side of the story to the press. Swear at your trial that you're a better person than him. You want a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis? Every camera in the country is going to be pointed at you. Use it to make a case. Convince people.
Bill Taggart already controls public opinion. You can try to lift my spirit all you want, Mr. Jensen, but the facts don't change. To think I believed that my life could be spent helping people. What foolish arrogance. I was a failure as a doctor and as a political lobbyist, but I didn't learn my lesson. I had to try one last time. I had to go too far. I should have known better. But I was a born loser, Mr. Jensen. And I am fated to die as one.
hear what you're saying. You care too much. I know what that's like. Too well. Because I've been there. You want to fix everything right away. You want it so much you start trying too hard. Trust me, if you deal with the smaller, easier stuff first, the big things don't look so big.
I care too much? I try too hard? Your empathy would be touching if it wasn't so condescending. I just told you everything I touch ends in failure. Don't tell me you know what that's like. No one does.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still...
Fudge. I'm gonna try and make him live. I'm gonna freaking try. Even if you don't want it, I'm gonna try.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's bullshit. You need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily. Early on, I decided my life's purpose was to help people. But I failed as a doctor. Because by the time I see augmentation patients, it's too late. So I went to Humanity Front. And that wasn't improving anyone either. I was an idiot to think this would turn out differently from everything else I've tried.
You've got to be kidding me. You can do anything you put your mind to. You've earned yourself a doctorate. You became second in command to one of the most powerful men in the country. And you still kept trying harder. You've got more spirit than most people who think they're successful.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. I never thought of it that way. How did it come to this? People died in that kidnapping, and I helped plan it. I might as well have killed those people myself. I can no longer look my wife in the eyes, and she's the person I love and trust more than anyone in this world. There's simply no place for me among humanity anymore.
You think you're a failure, but you're not. You're just a man who doesn't understand his own potential yet. You can still channel your regrets into something positive. Be an example. Teach people why violence isn't the answer. You've suffered way too much to let all that experience go to waste.
I don't understand. We're enemies, but you want me to live. I deserve to die. In fact, I welcome it. But you won't let me go that easily. You've assigned me a task I cannot refuse. Take the gun. You win.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
I'm hunting hopefully a thing. Let's see what's in here. Ammo capacity upgrade. Well, I'm gonna drop that and immediately slot this into, if I can, a heavy machine gun. I'm gonna keep the revolver in case the guy decides he wants to try and do a thing. I'm gonna drop the fragmentation thing.
Toronto, Mumbai, and Rio de Janeiro all report violent clashes taking place outside the doors of such well-known biotechnology firms as Precipice.
Do you have anything more to
You
say?
don't need to babysit me, Mr. Jensen. I have no intention of killing myself anymore. Nor will I resist arrest when the police arrive. I assume your people have already contacted them?
If they haven't yet, they will be soon.
Then go. Use the information I gave you to track down your scientists. With any luck, they will still be alive.
The men who kidnapped them, the soldiers.
I don't know who they were. Only last names. Barrett and Namir. I sensed they were highly trained professionals.
Working for who?
I didn't ask. My brother, Ezekiel, put them in touch with me.
Your brother? Not Taggart?
Bill wouldn't be so stupid as to get his own hands dirty. I see that now. He's like Teflon. Nothing ever sticks.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens and thickens some more. I know, but I'm worried. Okay. I'm just go ahead and eat the candy bar, and I'm gonna take them on. I don't like leaving stuff behind. I am a pack rat. Not in real life, I swear. I don't have a code for this. Well, when you don't have a code, just hack it. That's what life taught me. You ain't getting nothing.
Access granted.
Okay, before I go to the apartment, let me go get rid of some of the stuff. Isaias gave me his revolver. I'm gonna make money. Ah, fire! Fire be mucho bad. Anywho, where was I going? I was going this way? No, I came from that way. I need to go the other way. No, the other way. Nikki, did I tell you about the... Normally with this game, I run with the revolver, because I like revolvers, but there's also a special upgrade that you can get for it. You can get the revolver to the point where it can fire rockets effectively.
What's your pleasure, friend?
Don't tell me what's my pleasure. I won't tell you. Not for nothing. Okay. You take that, and you take this. I wonder if this guy has it. Cooling system. Yes, this. This can go into the... This can go into the revolver, and it only goes into the revolver. I normally run with the I normally run with that, but I'm not doing that for this run. I'm running with my old boy, my double-barreled shotgun, my silenced 10mm armor-piercing pistol, and a heavy rifle. Oh yeah, and I have remote explosives. Don't. The remote explosives is the blue bag on the bottom. I can basically toss that out and I can have it explode. Which, actually, that when I originally beat this game, that wasn't a thing, the remote explosives or this double-barreled shotgun I'm holding. It's either they were things and I just never found them, or they're just things specific to this version of the game, the director's cut.
Thousands of angry rioters took to the streets in several cities this evening after hearing controversial news.
I can have my own gun in my apartment. They were always in the game. I guess I just never found them then. Is there a way to organize? No. But yeah, you can see just how much shotgun ammo I have. I have lots of shotgun ammo.
Hey, Adam. Glad you could join us, although there's not much going on here.
I feel like if I do play this again, I need to do like assault rifle or just that no-kill run I've talked about. Hey, beer. I'm not gonna drink it, but there's beer. You say that, but I have almost as much pistol ammo as I do shotgun ammo. It's just shotgun ammo takes up... it stacks up to 20, and so I need more of it to equal the same amount of pistol ammo I have.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
You said it.
Yeah, like, shotgun ammo, for some reason, this doesn't stack that high. It only goes up to 20 for whatever reason. Which is definitely annoying.
Hey, I got a message for you, Jensen. From Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
I was already down there. I do like some things in this place being different when you come here this time.
Young all gathered around their TV screens watching Elijah's wise coverage and laughing at us. Locked up in our offices because of a mob of lunatics.
On top of that, they're probably the ones running those super soldier drills in the first place.
Why can't the police just push all the rioters back so we can leave?
It doesn't work like that, Christian. There's something called civil order that needs to be maintained.
I just want to get home before this.
That guy wants to get home before a sports game. Son of a gun. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I just like walking down here and seeing these guys just all trained, ready to fire at the doors. Okay, we gotta go up to the boss, the big boss man. The other game? Yeah, I do have the other game. It's just I've never played it before. I've only seen a tiny piece of my brother playing it. So that will be effectively a blind experience for me.
Seraph?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientists yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
Oh boy.
You're Adam Jensen, right? The security chief here? Your men did a good job securing this building when the riot broke out.
Where's Athena? But yeah, I don't like that dude. He's a... I'm fairly sure Athena isn't dead. Let's have a bit more of a positive outlook. She probably just had to go to the bathroom. I'm not helping anything, am I?
Boss said we're heading back to Hengsha?
Pritchard tracks Sevchenko's GPL signal. If he's alive, there's a chance the rest of them are too.
That's a pretty big leap, Jensen.
We've been making taking big leaps for a while now.
Whatever you say. You ready to get going?
No time like the present. Let's get going.
Then hop in.
We're about to see why I wanted the heavy rifle.
Bad news, Spy Boy.
Spy Boy?
Hengsha Traffic Control just revoked our clearance. We're being rerouted to another part of the city.
I don't like that. I suppose you can't just ignore them.
Yeah, right. Chinese government. I've got to comply. Bravo Echo Echo 008, proceeding to designated coordinates.
Uh-oh.
What the hell? We've got a SAM locked on our tail. Jensen, all systems are down. Hang on, we're going in hard. Stop, Jensen!
Mal.
Okay.
We've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need to patch it up before I can go.
I'll stay and cover you.
Negative. You need to get away from here and find Dr. Shevchenko. I'll be fine.
Don't be a sitting duck.
Maybe, maybe not. But this is your best chance to slip by them unnoticed, and you know it. So get out of here, Jensen.
Oh, dang. Oh. Okay. Good night.
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need to patch it up before I can go.
I'll stay and cover you.
Negative. You need to get away from here and find Dr. Shevchenko. I'll be fine.
Don't be a sitting duck.
Maybe, maybe not. But this is your best chance to slip by them unnoticed, and you know it. So get out of here, Jensen.
Shoot.
Jensen.
Malik, you hurt?
Just a scratch, Spy Boy.
Crap. Did I have a chance to buy EMP grenades?
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need to patch it up before I can go.
I'll stay and cover you.
Negative. You need to get away from here and find Dr. Shevchenko. I'll be fine.
Don't be a sitting duck.
Maybe, maybe not. But this is your best chance to slip by them unnoticed, and you know it. So get out of here, Jensen. fixed and I'm taking off. Now get on with the damned mission. And thanks, Spy Boy.
Okay. I didn't want to let her die, basically, is what I wanted to make sure didn't happen. Oh, hey. There's those EMP grenades I was asking for. So yeah, I think I know what that is. I think that's, you need to kill all of them in a certain amount of time before she goes kablooey. And the dialogue I got before is basically like the, oh, I died, go on without me text. I was right on it with using the heavy rifle in that. It's just I need to use the mix of it along with my pistol. Hello, my guy. You have money on you. You have money and ammo on you. I have a lot more space now, which is valid because I used a lot of resources in that. I think that's everything from around here, though.
Jensen, I've been monitoring comm activity around Hengsha. Bell Tower's looking for you. Hard.
I know. They ambushed us, Pritchard. Forced us to make an emergency landing. Malik barely got away in time.
But they're supposed to be...
The good guys?
Just give them a wide berth, Jensen. If they recognize you, they'll shoot.
So basically now, if I see a bell tower guard, I need to just look the other way. Oh, jeez.
发生什么事了？
没事。
You must have felt it too, right? Everyone who was augmented has been getting strange symptoms. I thought it might be neuropozyne withdrawal, but everyone is experiencing it.
I can't speak to you right now. Something is wrong.
Did it hit you too? Oh, I thought I was going to die for a second.
Jensen, it's Pritchard. Have you been watching the news?
Been a bit busy, Francis.
Jensen, the World Health Organization is advising all augmented patients to check in with Lim. There's a problem with biochip technology.
The glitches I've been experiencing.
We've all had them. So far, I can't determine why.
You heading to a clinic?
I'm running a few more tests. But since I can't exactly run them on you, and we don't know when you'll be back, You might not want to wait. Up to you.
I'll do this. I'll do one where I do get a new chip, and I'll do one where I didn't get a new chip.
Mr. Jensen, right? I am not mistaken. You are Mr. Jensen, right?
That depends. Who's asking?
I am sorry, Mr. Jensen. I am being impolite. My name is Wing Hui. I am a doctor here.
I can see that. What I really meant to ask is, how do you know who I am?
Yes, of course. Excuse me, for I am a bit nervous. Bell Tower agents were here a while ago, looking for a man who fits your description. When I heard what they were saying of you, it occurred to me that you might be exactly the person I need.
Need for what, exactly? Tread carefully, Doc, because I'm about one step away from losing my patience here.
No, please, you misunderstand. I only wish to talk to you about something. And it is not an easy subject to discuss, as it is a rather sensitive matter. Truly, Mr. Jensen, I would never force anyone to do something against their will. On that, you have my word.
Glad to hear it. So what's this all about then?
I'm afraid I won't be able to go into very much details. Not before I know you are really willing to help. But I need someone to help me to stop a very dangerous augmented soldier, and possibly his squad mates. If everything Bell Tower said of you is true, then you would seem the good fit for this job.
Fine, I'll do it. Just tell me more.
Thank you. Now please, understand that I am to give you sensitive information on multiple parties.
I understand, Doc. You can count on my discretion.
I appreciate it, Mr. Jensen. Obviously, you are familiar with Bell Tower and the role they have in this city. What you may not be familiar with, however, is the fact that sometimes they contract limb doctors like myself to work in private clinics on special projects.
What kind of special projects?
What you Americans call black operations. Bell Tower selects some of their best soldiers and make them to be super augmented with experimental, top-secret hardware.
Not to sound too jaded, Doc, but none of that comes as a big surprise. Stuff like that's been going on for years.
Yes. Your government and mine have both been guilty of this practice, I am sure. But Bell Tower is not a government. They are a private corporation. A private army on sale to the highest bidder.
Is this about stopping Bell Tower, then? Because as much as I might hate them right now, I'm only one man.
No. It is not all of Bell Tower I need help with. It is just one of their covert operatives, a man named Michael Zelazny. He was implanted with experimental hardware, and to an extent that is way beyond legal regulations. I am ashamed to say I have operated on him myself, and he has been used in countless secret operations for the Chinese and others.
Sounds like the type of man you don't want to see going out of control.
Precisely. Yet, about a month ago, I have heard rumors that Mr. Zelazny and part of his unit had gone rogue. And 2 weeks later, a city official was killed in a perfectly staged operation. I am certain it was them. And then, a few days ago, Mr. Zelazny contacted me himself. He needed urgent help with one of his squad mates' augmentations.
I take it you said you would help.
They sent me to the back store of a meat shop near Pandang Road, in the Yutzao district. There, I performed emergency repairs on one of the agent's augs, a servo replacement. I believe this back store is their hideout, Mr. Jensen. You must go there and make Mr. Zelazny hear reason.
I'll do what I can.
I am sure you are up to the task. Mr. Zelazny is a soldier, not a maniac. Your unique situation will no doubt resonate with him. And if things do turn sour, and he must be terminated, I think you are quite a good candidate to get it done. Or at least survive.
Okay. Let me go ahead and save so that I don't have to deal with that whole conversation again.
You here for recall? There is problem with the peripheral nerve interface. We fixed with upgraded chip. You want it, yes?
Okay.
Yeah, name's Jensen.
I will tell surgery. You buy something else?
I'll take those, thank you. And I'll take the hypostems.
I'm ready.
Hey, you. I know you. I saw you on the tube. You're deep shit with Bell Tower. They don't mess around.
Okay. So hopefully things won't be too different if I actually end up not actually getting the chip to begin with. I hope.
哎，怎么回事嘛？为什么我们还在这里没有动啊？天啊，那么多人！
医生只有那么多，你觉得他们同时能给几个人做手术？
Augmentation technology. For days,
Gonna ignore I saw that soldier. What's in here? I haven't been in here before. Oh wait, where are the stairs? There they are.
Mr. Jensen, Hugh Darrow here. Please forgive this intrusion, but David assured me of your cooperation and discretion. I find myself in need of some assistance.
I'm listening.
A contact of mine, Meng Yao, is in Hengsha, waiting to fill you in. I'll upload her coordinates now.
Selesny feels this location is no longer secure. He's planned to move down below. I overheard some of the team talking about a safe spot in the sewers. The situation is getting tense. I'm afraid they're on to me. I caught one of them poking through my shit. When can you move in and take these guys down? We need to get me out of here. FF. Well, he didn't make it, that's for sure.
Access granted.
Easy enough hack. Oh, whoop. 400 credits out of it. Okay. Moving into the sewers. The sewers below the Honghua Hotel is probably as good a place as any to start.
So I imagine VersaLife's got to have an opinion on things. Think they'll give up all that money to get on neurophazine sales? Nuh-uh.
They can't have that much influence. Not if the whole UN decides to pass restrictions.
Biotech companies have got to be scrambling. TYM, Isolate. They all stand to lose millions.
Zhao Yunru didn't seem concerned in that TV interview she gave. She almost seemed to be welcoming the restrictions.
Yeah, probably because she's made some backroom deal. That's how these corporations work, you know?
Have you heard about the recall issue by the World Health Organization? Anyone with augmentation is asked to report to a limb clinic.
Sir, you're leaning on nothing. Jeez,
You want to try that again in English, Sergeant?
the hive is shut down apparently.
Hey, I know you. You're the one Bell Tower is looking for. I seen your picture.
You got the wrong guy.
What's it worth to you for me to think so? Be a simple thing for me to yell out. Maybe a few credits keep my mouth shut, huh?
Here, take it. You're lucky I need to keep a low profile. Otherwise, I may have found a different way to keep you quiet. I still might.
Big words. Might even have meant something if you hadn't paid me first. Meg Warren. Don't worry, we have a deal. You paid, so I won't talk. I'm an honest guy.
你用武器逼着我，我是不会跟你说的。
Freaking blackmail me.
滚开，窝囊废！
You want best in the city? You come to right place.
Let's see, Miss Her. I'll take those. I'll take that.
Fortune.
Alright, the sewers. Oh, why'd this wall respawn? It's kinda dumb. I don't know if there were sewers in Deus district. Yeah, the store's locked. That would have been another way into the hive, I think. If I just wanted to make my way in there stealthily. Oh yeah, that's right, I got praxis points. I have 3, count them, 3 praxis points. Let's use one of those to increase the range of my radar. And aim stabilizer. Nah. No. Starting to really get to the point where I don't know what to upgrade. Yeah, let's increase my sprint duration. Yeah, you guys are both bell tower.
Rumor has it that Darrow.
Okay. So there must be sewers here in Yushao. There's apparently a shooter over here who's... But... Oh, hello.
You see what I got?
He's got 7 weapons. Good for him. Armor piercing system for the 10 mil pistol.
Yeah, I will be right here.
你不是当地人吧？是吗？
Oh, there are sewers in the Yushao district. Good to know. Oh, shoot. Let's look at this weapons guy. These are harvesters. None of these guys are who I was looking for. Why'd they move down into the sewers here? Is it because Bell Tower's here? Oh, whoop. I didn't want to go back in there. Okay. Maybe they're in a separate part of the sewers?
This isn't the place for you, my friend.
Huh. We'll see.
Don't find that crap, man. It's a different story. Terrible environment. Spent the rest of your life working on his pet project.
Let's hope he's as good as they say.
Hello?
Mr. Jensen, right? Thank you for your time. I am Meng Yao, an associate of Mr. Darrow's. I'm in charge of one of his divisions here in Hengsha. You come highly recommended.
Really?
Your boss described you as a most precious asset. Apparently, you are very efficient and always get the job done. We could definitely use a man like you for this operation.
Let's hope his confidence is well placed then.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Mr. Darrow doesn't trust just anyone. We need you to help us stop a group of terrorists who are threatening the Panchaea project. It is not an easy task. Are you sure you are up to it?
Okay, I'll help out.
Excellent. Here's the situation. It has come to our attention that these terrorists possess highly classified proprietary information about Panchaea. We've been able to convince them to sell it to one of our agents, a man named Lo Fei. The meeting is supposed to take place near the Alice Garden pods in the Daigong district.
And you want me to crash this meeting?
Actually, there will not be a meeting. We are sending you alone to ensure Mr. Fei's safety. The terrorists will not be expecting that, and will have the information with them on a data chip. You have to neutralize all of the sellers and retrieve the chip so you can bring it to me.
I don't get it. If Fei set up the meeting, why risk sending me in his stead? Why doesn't he or even some of your other agents drop in on the sellers and take the chip?
Because Mr. Darrow wants an absolute guarantee that there will be no casualties. We will not play by their rules. We want them arrested and questioned, then properly prosecuted and sentenced. This will require stealth and efficiency. That's why a man with your particular skills will be indispensable.
Let's do this.
Don't worry, I have a very easy way of dealing with this. A way that no one would have suspected. I'm also thinking now, like, that says it's going into the parking area. Does that mean that's going into the objective, or is that just like a separate thing for this quest here? Because these guys are harvesters, well... Oh no, that is part of the objective. Oh, I see. Okay, so now I just need to figure out Where the heck the lead guy went? Let's move down below. Talking about safe sewers. Don't want to go that way. Wait, does this just take me back to the Qui-Gon district? It did. Okay. I need to double check. Do I have? Yes, I do. Okay.
A device which transmits neural impulses. Where did it go? She is urging people to visit their local limb clinics.
Did it hit you too? Oh, I thought I was going to die for a second.
Okay. They all need to be taken out alive. This might have been a time where a stun gun might have been useful.
别再躲了！
I wasn't about to start killing people, so. Probably also want to lay low for a little bit. Gunshots typically aren't the most peaceful thing in the world. while I can look around the sewers in here, see if there's anything that these guys... See if there's anything that,
They send you?
If you're talking about your former buddies at Bell Tower, the answer is no.
Wait a minute. You're Jensen, right? I heard that some of my former buddies have been looking for you.
Could be. What's it to you?
When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong.
You've dropped the merc gig to become a man of the cloth?
Hardly. I just have an interest in theology. And I love quoting the book. Everything in it is so evocative. Now, tell me, are you here to stop me?
Not exactly. I'm here on behalf of someone who wants you to understand reason.
Let me guess. Dr. Wing, right? He's a good man. And I know he's only trying to do what he thinks is right. But he doesn't quite grasp the whole picture here.
Then why don't you enlighten me? Start by explaining why you went rogue.
When an average man decides he no longer shares his employer's views and opts to leave, we say he's handing in his resignation. When men like us do the same, it's called going rogue. You can't quit a job like ours, Jensen. You know that.
Yeah, okay, I can relate. But you still haven't answered my question. And what do you mean when you say you no longer share your employer's view?
Back in the US, when I first got into the Army, I did it because I wanted to serve my country. I believed in its values. I believed in its government. Back then, I believed that by serving my government, I was serving the people it was supposed to protect.
Nice sentiment. But you don't work for the US anymore, you work for Bell Tower.
Times change, Jensen. You know the story. Capitalism's final encroachment on one of the most lucrative industries in the history of mankind. War got privatized. The US military offloaded its special operations to PMCs like Blue Water Global and Bell Tower. I believe that as long as they were working for the government, they were serving the same cause. So when they offered me the chance to work on major operations at twice the pay grade, I made my jump.
Why don't we just skip to when things went sour?
Bell Tower outfitted us with top-notch augmentations. The kind of stuff civilians never hear about. Gave us a massive edge over the enemy. Later, seeing as my unit was one of the most successful ones, they selected us for a special program. Top secret, experimental tech. Told us we would get to work on critical black ops for the US government. But there was a price to pay.
Go on.
We had to be implanted with a neural hub that manipulates memory centers in the brain. Basically controlling what you can and cannot remember.
And you agreed to this?
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. The augmentation was supposed to keep us safe, make sure we'd never remember details if we fell behind enemy lines. That was the main function. The second one, the one they didn't tell us about, was to lower our inhibitions. Make us more receptive to orders we'd likely disobey. Bell Tower turned us into the perfect mercs.
If you were so perfect, and the hub made you so perfect, how did it fail? How come they didn't outfit the whole agency?
I told you the tech was experimental. After a couple of ops, I started experiencing memory shifts, remembering bits and fragments of past operations. Slowly, I realized some of these operations couldn't logically have been orchestrated by the government. I was asked to do highly questionable things, even by professional standards.
Aren't we all?
Not like this, Jensen. Our services have been sold to corrupt officials in the American and Chinese governments. A combination of lies and use of the neural aug made sure we complied. We were working for a shadow government. Individuals corrupted by a quest for personal power.
So how'd you get out of it?
I confronted the project director. He quoted Apocalypse Now. You have to have men who are moral, and at the same time who are able to utilize their primordial instincts to kill without feeling. I forced him to disconnect the hub, for me and my squad mates here. And then I killed him. I went through his files and contacts. I know who these corrupt men are now. They've turned us into killing machines, and now they'll get to experience their experiment firsthand.
Listen, I have no doubt these men deserve to die. But you can't simply pass judgment on people. Nothing gives you that right. You have to turn yourself in. Play this by the book.
I'm afraid that's impossible. These men I killed, and these men I'm going to kill, they have names, families. Their deaths shouldn't be erased from my memory by some electronic software. They should haunt me, taunt me, until I finally meet our Lord and pay for my sins. But the men behind this, they deserve to die. And I think there's poetry in the fact that they engineered their own demise.
For him, what he's trying to do, he's trying to find justice for himself. That's a very respectable thing that I will let.
I think you're wrong. But I don't think it's my place to try to stop you either. Do what you have to do.
I appreciate that, Jensen. I didn't want you to die for a cause that isn't yours.
Just man trying to do what he thinks is right. I don't think there's a problem with it. As much as what he's doing is evil.
Hey, Jensen. Zelazny here.
Zelazny? How'd you get this frequency?
You're no stranger to top secret augmentations, Jensen. You figure it out. In the meantime, just want to let you know I've contacted some of my old pals at Bell Tower. Got them to reassign a couple of local patrols. You should have a few less problems to deal with for a while.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Huh. It's times like this where I enjoy the... It's times like this where I enjoy doing side missions. Little bonuses like that.
So? You have found Zelazny? I cannot stress enough the importance of this task, Mr. Jensen.
I found him.
Really, Mr. Jensen? You have been able to make him understand reason? Will he turn himself in?
They were already gone when I got there. I looked around a bit, but I couldn't find them.
This is most unfortunate, Mr. Jensen. I'm afraid they will cause further chaos and dissension. I hope they are stopped before this happens. Here is a praxis kit. It's all I have.
Hey. Nice. 2 praxis kits. Use them. Eye prosthesis. Okay. I'm getting to a point where I'm not hacking as much, so... Stealth enhancement. That's actually an interesting little quest there. back to Utah. The last time I was here, this place was locked down by Bell Tower. I'm covered.
Access granted.
Wait, oh. Actually, hang on. There might be a pocket secretary with the... Oh. Well. Well then. Well. I was just forgetting I saw any of this. I'm forgetting all of this, sneeze, and just move right on. Okay, well, I gotta hack this. $20 or $40.
Access granted.
Huh. Yeah, that was worth putting in a safe. I'll get detected for sure for capturing that.
Access granted.
I have lots of nukes, I need to start using them. Wait, rent increases. Please be advised the annual rent increase will take effect this Monday, the first of the month. You will each receive the appropriate paperwork outlining the exact increase amount as well as attendant tax forms. Cost of living, man. Unfortunately, it keeps going up and up. Do all of these things have safes in them? Wow, I had bad chances on that one.
Access
Got him.
granted.
Use them.
Access granted.
Talking about windmill there. So there's safe in here? Yes, there is. Will there be a corresponding pocket secretary nearby? No idea. That's why I'm looking. There is event access. Yes, thank you, Windows. Oh, I could have gone in through that way. Well, too late. Too late, and that doesn't get me enough experience.
Access granted.
Oh. Oh well. There's a machine pistol in here. Do I have enough space for that? Yeah, I do have enough space, but I'm not gonna take it. And I think that's... No, there's still one more. Yeesh.
Access granted.
I think, as I said, you can hack those and immediately win the hacking game, but... $10 pistol ammo up there. Safe in here. There sure is. Wow. I'm gonna get detected for sure. No, I'm not. This time I'm gonna get detected. No, I'm not. This time I'm gonna get detected.
Access
Oh,
granted.
well. Rip that thing. Whoever owned this apartment has been just too lonely. Oh, yeah. Yeet. Okay. Wait, now that's saying I'm on the same level. Oh no. No, I'm not. Okay, there was nothing else in here. Okay, let's go finish up side quest 3 there, and then we'll go ahead and end off. Defy your limits. Let's see, I should be able to get over there. Yeah.
You must get that chip back, Mr. Jensen.
I got the chip. The sellers are out cold.
Excellent work. Seems Mr. Darrow was right to trust you. We will send people to take care of the terrorists. Could I see the chip?
How about you tell me what's on it first?
Blackmail, Mr. Jensen? Don't waste your time. I won't tell you anything. Besides, there are stones better left unturned. Might as well just give me the chip and leave it at that.
All right, take it.
Trust me, it's better like this anyway. You've done a great job. I thank you on Mr. Darrow's behalf. Even though this was a favor for Mr. Darrow, he believes you should be duly rewarded. Here is a payment in credits. I'm sure Mr. Darrow will wish to congratulate you himself. Expect to hear from him soon.
It seems David has a flair for choosing his people, Mr. Jensen. You have done me a great service today.
Glad I could help. I just wish I knew what this was all about.
You never know, Mr. Jensen. One day, you just might.
Okay, well, that's good as place as any to leave off. Okay. That was fun. Okie doke. Hopefully next time I stream this, that'll be the end of it, but can't say for certain. Anyway, I've been Okami Thrak, and I'll see you guys later when I stream again, which I can't say when that is. Okay, have a good night.